All right, good afternoon on the Empty Skull Ranch. Well, it seems like the mercury's climbed up to about 90 degrees, the perfect day to do a brake job on this guy. So, I've already started doing a little bit of the stuff, but then I figured, well, all the bloody knuckles and cursing and all that is part of the fun. So, let's get started. Anyway, we're gonna do the brakes starting with the rear. And I already started by loosening up the bag. Come on. Oh, son of a... All right, there we go. So, loosen these guys out with a 10 millimeter. You guys, if you have the hard bags, it'll probably be about a 10 millimeter. If not, then you'll know what you got. Anyway, pull this guy right out. Log it back in and then stick it off to this side. All right. Anyway, here we have the rear caliper. So we got to remove the caliper and then take the pads out. So we're going to need an 8 millimeter for these guys right here, which we got right here, and this guy, and this guy. You need a little bit of reach in there to get to these. I have no clue how tight these are, but probably tight. All right, there we go. Loosen this guy up. Alrighty. There we go. Pull these out. Stick them off to the side where you know they're going to get lost, and then you're going to wonder where they went. And then a lot of other stuff, but this guy should come right out. Wiggle it, jiggle it, and wiggle it and jiggle it some more, and wiggle it and wiggle it some more. There we go. So there we have the old pads, which actually don't look half bad. But anyway, this is a video of changing these, so let's get to it. Now we got to pull this guy out, and there's a little cotter pin right in there. If you can see it. Fits in right behind one of the pads. So looks like this is going to be a job for a small device. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to go find a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'll be right back. Well, we got these. They're not needle nose. I don't know where my needle nose are, so we got multi-tool. So let's get back to it. Alrighty. So grip that little sick son of a there and give it a yizzank. There we go. Put that down there because it's going to get lost as well. And this thing should slide. Whoa, doggy. Look at that. It actually slid out. I didn't have to bash the thing with a hammer or anything. So now pull that guy out, and then you'll note there's this one that goes in here. There's some gobbledygook already on there, and yeah, that goes in like that. So we'll note the positioning inside of here like that. But first, we got to compress those pistons. So I got a multitude of things in here that can get that job done. Let's try a little bit of this and some Moxie. All right. So we're gonna push that. It's moving. It's moving. Because we got to allow room for for the new pads, which are going to be thicker. Not by much. And we'll go through here and there we go. Got some motion on there. Can't really see it on camera, but they are moving back. So, got a good look in there at those pistons. My, they look nice. So, now let's unpack the new ones. Number T229 Loco Pow. That must mean they're really powerful. That must mean they're the best pads ever. So, God bless it. Amazon purchased their high metallic pads. I'm sick of getting pads that are the bottom of the barrel because then they get dust everywhere. All over your wheels, all over your everything. So, these are high metallic content. And so I figured, all right, well, there's a set for $17 and these were $40. So they gotta be better if they're 40 bucks, right? I hope. So we'll note the position of these with the greatest of ease. You know what? I'm beginning to think that these are not the right pads. Beginning to think that. This outside one's looking like it's the wrong part. But that could just be the mutterings of a crazy person. So, let's take a look at these ones, 231s. These are the mirror image of those. So, let's match these up. Look at that. Perfect match. So it's these ones. All right, so these are the ones. Save these guys for the fronts. All right, so these were the Loco Pow T231s. So anyway, without further ado, let's throw this one down in here. It's got the little clip to hold it. And these ones should fit in the round hole like that. But before we go ahead and throw these in there, I want to give it a little bit of a wipe and a little bit of a grease. So let's take a glove, because I hate having grease all over the place. And we just happen to have a towel sitting right here. Oh, God bless it. I already tried purging this thing and it does not pump. But it's got grease in it. So now I'm going to get it filled with dirt and sediment and all that. You know, because that's what we do. That's how we operate. And so we're going to take this piece right here and give it a quick wipe down. Do the wipe it down. Wipe it down. All right, good enough. Oh, crap. There we go. All right. What's this? Much hair on that. Wonders of owning pets. Take a little dollop and put it right on there. Keep it slick. And we're going to do the same thing. Put them on a sterile surface. And then we're going to do the same thing. Hell, it's going to get dirt in it. Nonetheless, wipe this guy down. Do the same thing. Get a little dollop on there. Give it a little bit of a lube job. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That's nice. And I hear something loud coming down the road. All right, not what I thought it was going to be. All right, so now we are going to place the right one right here. So that it's got an elongated hole and it's got a round hole. The round hole goes onto this peg right there. Pegged. In we go. All right. There we go. Now, stick this guy back into here through those elongated holes. Get it sitting real pretty like. Might as well give this cotter pin a little loving too, because we don't want that getting rusty on us. I like grease. Grease is good. Grease is something you need. It keeps things lubricated, keeps things moving, and it keeps the rust monster away. And in New England, the rust monster lives. So we gotta tilt this back and find the hole. All right, there it is. I'll show it to you guys right here. Take that, force it into the hole. Oh, it came back out. You're fighting me, aren't you? Feisty little one. Feisty little fella. Come on. Get over here. All right. This gangly thing. Use everything but a real striking tool. There we go. It's nestled in there nice and pretty like. So now, remembering the orientation of the brake hose so you don't twist and kink it, and make sure that your pads are sitting in the right place. But we've opened up that gap so it should slide in there nicely now. Place this over. Oh, that's nice. That fits real nice. I was just about to say, and I really did lose those bolts, but I didn't. Gonna slide that back in there. Oh, come on now. Come on, man. There we go. I think I felt a grab. Oh, yeah. Sure does like to grab. Now, take this guy. There we go. And there we go. Uh-oh. Give it a nice snug down. I don't know what the right torque spec is on it. I'm sure it's in the manual somewhere, which amazingly enough this bike does have. So that feels about right. That slide was just from the caliper. I don't want to break these bolts off because I'm famous for doing that. I get torque happy, you know. Torque happy is a common problem when it comes to fellow gearheads. Just simply don't know when to stop reefing on the wrench. And then you end up with a broken bolt, wondering how did we get to this crossroads. But it happens. Doing a good job trying to control the urge. I want to pick that wrench up and give it another twist. Oh yeah, really good twist. But I probably shouldn't. So, anyhow, my cameraman's giving me a cue not to do it. So, looking in here, nicely nestled in there. When you go to apply your brakes, just know that you're probably going to get a lot of dead space in there before it actually grips. There we go. Starting to get a little bit of resistance. The resistance! All right. So now the next part of the video, we are going to do the front. I almost stepped on my glasses. So let me get in position for the front and we'll be right back.
Now time for the Empty Skull Ranch chicken break. Bok, 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 bok. Not giving a cluck. Oh, right. There they are. Okay.
All right. Well, we're back. It's time to do the front on the 2002 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 Nomad. So, fronts are a little bit more simple in the back because you don't have as much stuff in the way, and you need a 12mm instead of the 8mm Allen. So, you also need the wrench to that. So let's see how, oh, I heard a nice good pop in the knee. Love when that happens. So let's see how oh, there we go. All right. See what horrors await us when we pull this thing off. Pull these guys out on the side. And there go, you sick son of a beast thing. All right, there we go. So basically the same play as the last one. Just have that pin again, and good old Michael pin again, and you pull that sick son of a. All right. There we go. Comes out just the same. And woo-hoo-hoo! Slides out nice. Now these guys, same orientation as the backs. Slide that out. Come on. All right. And that guy. So now we're going to hope that we have the right ones. So that one looks good. That one looks good. Alrighty. Let's let that dangle. Angle of the dangle. And so we'll have these on standby. So, same as with the backs. I'm gonna give this a quick wipe it down. Do the wipe it down. Wipe it down. Alright, that's enough of that. And we're gonna do this one right here. And I brought an extra. There we go, another dollop. And you know the rest. Get that nice and slick. And put that in a controlled environment. And get this guy nice and slick. And there we go. So we're going to do the same thing. Maybe you'll see it a little bit better. I'm going to push these pistons in. We're going to push these pistons in. We're going to push these pistons in. There we go. We're going to push these pistons in. There we go. That looks nice. So now this guy clips right. Get in there, you little. Get this. All right. That's looking good right there. And the same play. Round hole. Let it drape right in there. Now pull this guy out of its controlled environment. And throw that in there. There we go. Just like the last one, I want to give this guy a little loving too. Just a quick little coat. If you will note, it got a coat. And we're going to throw that on there and put it right in the hole right there. I guarantee. There we go. And she's into a hole right there. I guarantee. Something doesn't feel right about that though. Yeah, it looks like it'll stay. But it looks like she is ready to jump out at moment's notice. So, safety first. When in doubt, you know the rest. You gotta pull this guy out of there and just give it a little crank down. There we go. Alrighty. Straighten her right out. Come on, you. There we go. Anyway, we'll come right back when I get this thing straightened out. Alrighty, here we go. Let's hope we gave ourselves enough space in here. As you can see, that's back in there. I just had to straighten out that little cotter pin. So, let's see if we actually gave ourselves enough room to get it in here, which I do not think I did. There we go. All right. All right. Throw that one in there. Grab some threads. Gnarly. All right. There we go. And basically, I did have it the right way. Get her in there. Give it a good torque down. Trying to avoid the urge. Resist. There we go. Good as new. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. It mirrors what is on this side. And after you do that, just give the brakes a little bit of a pump so you take up that dead space in the line, well, in the piston, and then head on down the road with a new set of brakes. See you next time for another installment of the Empty Skull Ranch.